Okay, we're going to go ahead and work through two examples of multiplying binomials that have radicals in them. And we're just going to go ahead and FOIL. And we got to remember that we multiply folks inside the square root with folks inside the square root, and then outside folks with outside folks, the coefficients. So for the first one, we are going to do the square root of 2 times x square root of 3. So the x is on the outside, and we multiply the 2 and the 3 on the inside and get 6. Then square root of 2 times 2 square root of 7. So you'll have the 2 on the outside, and then you'll have square root of the 2 and the 7 on the interior, which will make 14. And then we'll do the inner, and that'll give us minus x, and then 5 times 3 is 15. And then the last, that's going to give us minus 2 and then square root of 35. And then what we would look to see, is there anything to simplify? Are there any like terms? So like terms have to have the same radical, the same radicand, and also anything out in front in terms of variables. So the x root 6 and the minus x root 15, although they both have an x in common, and I guess we could factor out an x if we wanted to, but they're not exactly like terms because they don't have the same radicand. The radicand for the one in yellow is 6, and the radicand in the one in that, I guess, green is 15. Okay, let's do one more, and we'll look at 2 square root of 5 minus 3x square root of 2x quantity squared. And remember, we got to FOIL this, so we're going to have to write two of them. So we'll say 2 square roots of 5 minus 3x square roots of 2x times 2 square roots of 5 minus 3x square root of 2x. And we're just going to FOIL. So we just got to be careful about what we're multiplying. So when we do the 2 square roots of 5 times 2 square roots of 5, then we're going to multiply the 2's and we're going to get 4. And we'll multiply the 5's, and that'll give us 25 under the square root. Then we'll do the outer. So we'll be multiplying the 2 with the negative 3x to make negative 6x. And we'll be multiplying the 5 and the 2x to make 10x under the square root. Then we'll do the inner, and we'll be multiplying the negative 3x and the 2 to make negative 6x. And the 2x times 5 to make 10x under the square root. And then we'll do the last, and we'll multiply the negative 3x and negative 3x to make to make positive 9x squared, and then the 2x and 2x to make 4x squared under the square root. And then all we're going to do is we're going to simplify down what we can. So we do know the square root of 25 is 5, so we have 4 times 5. We do have like terms, so they both have a negative 6x. The thing that's important is the x, the radicand, or not the radical, both being square roots, and then they both have the same radicand. So they are like terms, so we can combine them. So that's going to make minus 12x square root of 10x. Yeah, then we have 9x squared. Square root of 4 is 2. And then here we're going to go ahead and assume that the variables are positive. This would not be defined if the variables were possibly negative. So that's going to be 2x. And then we'll just simplify. 4 times 5 is 20, minus 12x square root of 10x. 9 times 2 is 18. And then x squared times x is x to the third power. Okay? And there you have it. And that's probably about as complicated as they get. Like many things in math, or most things in math, it just takes practice and you get the hang of it.